Talking to myself and feeling old. Sometimes I'd like to quit. Nothing ever seems to fit. It's a rainy day in Florida. Rainy morning. It's a deluge. But I'm awake. I was up before 7. I wanted to do a sunrise show. Hey, beach bum, we do need it bad. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's good that it's raining, but it's not as fun. It's not as fun as the sunshine. Look at this. We are at Hillsborough Inlet. And I'm not getting out of the car. There we go. You can see the waves. And there's the lighthouse. Oh, it's so much better with my window open, isn't it? It's still beautiful in the rain. They do sound happy, don't they? You know, it's very good and healthy to listen to the birds. They have a frequency. And bird song is packed with information. Do you ever wonder what they're saying? Just listen to them and look at them. They're all around us, these birds. The rain let up a little bit. Maybe I should go outside. What do you guys want to do? You want to stay in the car and chat in the cool comfort of the air conditioning? Or shall I go stand under that pavilion? All right. You see, I ran out of gas. The struggle is real. Oh man, that's even funnier because it's true. Hey, War Daddy. Beach Bum says, we sat there in the park bench one day. There was a squirrel that was running up and down the pond. We were just feeding it peanuts. This is Hillsborough Beach Inlet. Hillsborough Inlet. Hillsborough Lighthouse. And it's raining. Yes, it is beautiful, isn't it? Hey, OG. This is Hillsborough, Florida. That pigeon's talking about something, Slava. You know it. I wish I knew what that pigeon was talking about. But again, maybe I wouldn't care. The pigeon is not real. Did you ever hear about the guy who went around saying birds aren't real? That they're fake? That they're all mechanical? Stupid. It's crazy. It's a crazy world, right? Well, how close to Key West? Wow. I'm going to say at least 5, maybe even 6 out. No, 5 hours from Key West. Don't talk about business near pigeons. Okay. They're getting louder and louder. They're spying drones. Look, there's one now. There's a spy drone. What kind of spy drone is that? He's doing a reconnaissance mission for sure. Boom. I love that hop at the end. Oh, he's hiding. He doesn't want to be noticed. Oh, he's Pete. He's cool. Okay, Jay knows who he is. Right? Super cute. Look at him go. He's got the walk. Oh, and if you think that was cute, wait till you see these guys. Oh, yeah. Look at the little one. Is that a finch? And this, I believe, is a dove. I actually have a book of birds in my car. I'm not a snow bunny. I'm a Floridian. I've lived here for more than 10 years. Well, silly, if these were chickens, I would eat them. I mean, not just like, you know, pick them up and eat them, but you know what I mean. I do like chicken. Look at this little cutie. Look, they are everywhere. They know they're on the beach report. You know, Beach Bum can attest, when I started my live feed, you could hear the birds kind of in the distance, but you couldn't really see them. And now all I see are birds everywhere. They're on to us. Steve, quit acting like a bird. Well, thank you, Jay. A snow bunny. I used to be a snow bunny. I was a snow bunny in my former life, that's for sure. Yep. Isn't it weird, right? How all of a sudden they're everywhere? Oh, and this one's coming closer to my car. Yeah, look, they are all around. I feel a little bit like Snow White. That's a ringneck pigeon. That's a beautiful, beautiful bird. Maybe people come and feed them. Could be, could be. Or maybe they just know things that we don't. Maybe it has nothing to do with me. Do you hear that owl? I don't see the owl, but I hear it. That's how he sounds. Oh, an Amazon warehouse on fire right now. Oh my. There's always some kind of disaster going on in the world, am I right? Hi, everybody. Wait, I set up my car so I could just sit here and talk to you. Ooh. You guys want to hang out this morning in the rain, in the car? Hi, William. Hey, animals. How's everybody doing? This is a rainy morning. I'm even going to close my window because rain. Anyway, I'm here at Hillsborough Lighthouse. I got up early. I wanted to do my sunrise show. Ain't no sunrise when it's gone. Thank you, Sula. So good to see you. Good morning, my friend. Yeah, it looks like it's starting to clear up a little bit. That's Florida, but we have been experiencing a drought. So I love listening to the birds. But there's somebody else. I don't know if you guys want to listen to him, but I understand JD Vance just went on live and we can listen in a little bit to what he's saying. Tell me if you want to hear that or not. Hi, Annette. We're supposed to have the bird by now. Tiny gray one, bluebird. What bird? You're getting a bird, Annette? That sounds nice. Hey, Bob Seger. On a long and lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engine rolling out as one long song. You can think about the woman or the girl you knew the night before. Yes, we always sing the Bob Singer song. But your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do when you're riding 16 hours and there's nothing much to do. And you don't feel much like riding, you just wish the trip was through. Here I am, it's my song, on the road again. Here I am, behind the wheel. On the stage, here I go, playing the star again. Here I go, turn the page. Who you talking about, Annette? You talking about me? You talking about me in the third person in front of my face? What? I saw 50 10 years ago, girlfriend. Yes, 50 is in my rearview mirror for sure. Hi, Viking. How's everybody doing? Nobody said if they wanted to hear J.D. Vance deliver remarks with Prime Minister Viktor Orban of Hungary. I actually really, really respect Viktor Orban. Mom first. Wait, she would have seen 50 mom first. I don't know what you're talking about, Annette. Thank you. This is natural hair, colored the way an old person does color their own hair with life experiences and gray. All right, Bob Seger wants to hear me. You want to hear me talk? You want to hear me sing? We can talk about anything. I will first introduce you to myself if you are new to the Beach Report. Larry's a boomer, 67. I just turned 60 last November, and this will be my 61st year around the sun. So I am a Gen Xer. Well, how about we talk about something that I've wanted to discuss. Everyone is telling me not to continue my gray grow out, and I am letting myself go. Well, Sula, you know that I will back you up, my friend. All you have to do is show them a picture of this, and they'll change their tune. There are still people saying to me, you need to color your hair. You know what? I just don't care. Not as old as you think. Who's not as old as I think? Do tell. Who are we talking about, Annette? You got me really confused. Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, everybody. We're at Hillsborough Inlet, and it's raining, so I just set up my little tripod thing. I can't really turn it around much. Well, I can. It's gray and rainy out here. That's all I can tell you. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? Hey, George. Yes, I'm back. I'm back in the mornings. You know, I always hated mornings growing up. Talking to myself and feeling old. Vikings a boomer too. Well, a lot of my friends are boomers, but I'm a Gen Xer, and we're cut from a different cloth. Oh no, Nidroff is losing your hair. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm losing something even worse. I've been losing my teeth. This is the third one I've lost. Every time someone very close to me dies lately, well, lately, 3 times, I lose a teeth. I lose a tooth. It's very upsetting. Thank you for the reminder, Sula. There's nothing worse than having your teeth fall out in your mouth while you're eating, right? I lost this one on a taco chip. It was a nightmare, a literal nightmare. And then, of course, it was broken for probably a month before I could get it fixed. I didn't get it fixed. I had it yanked. And I don't have enough money for a new one because those suckers cost like $5,000. Yes, a Trump supporter. Here, let's put on the patriotic hat this morning. All right. Now, that makes me feel so much better. You're a Gen X and your wife's a baby boomer. Are you talking straight one before? If you saw my face, start to worry. Annette, I have no. Are you Annette? I don't have no idea who you are. So what are we talking about here? Sometimes people come on the Beach Report. They just say these wacky things, and I'm like, what are we talking about now? It's very interesting. It's kind of like a lesson in the humanity, right? Charlie has had nightmares where his teeth are crumbling. Oh, Charlie, I had that nightmare just a few nights ago. It was horrible. You're 52 and your spouse, husband, I'm guessing, is 63. Usually the men are the older ones. What's the difference between Gen X and Boomer? Just years, Sula, just years. 1965 is the cutoff. That's the first Gen Xer was born on January 1st, 1965. So I'm not the first. I was born in November, so I was among the first, but not the first. Yes, you love older women because you love your mom. Everybody loves their mom, right? Oh, you are the husband and your wife is 63. Well, you see, this is what happens when you make assumptions. Never make assumptions. I apologize. And but I wasn't actually, I was just guessing. So thank you for telling me the truth. I appreciate that. November of 1973, you are a Gen Xer too. Yes, there's no spider above me. That's actually a signature. It looks like a spider there, doesn't it? It's Ron DeSantis signed my hat. All right, well, thank you. That's interesting. You married an older woman. Yes, I have lots of younger men coming on to the Beach Report looking for older women. Keep looking. And why would a young man want an older woman? Because, I don't know, from my experience, we older women, we don't want anything to do with sex. When I was 19, I was messing with a 50-year-old woman. Okay, Charlie, a 50-year-old woman is different than a 60-year-old woman. I do believe. I don't know. When I was 50, I had a boyfriend, let's just put it that way. And I got remarried for the second time in 2020. Wait, I'm sorry, 2022? No, 2021. I'm 45. I'm attracted to 20-something-year-old. Well, how could you not be? They're just all beautiful, right? Yeah, raccoon knows. They have mommy issues. Shout out to Florida. Florida, woo! Orlando, woo! I don't know. I'm not crazy about Orlando. Y'all don't have any, I don't know, you got Disney World and a lot of tourists. Well, like we do everywhere. Trump, 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 Trump. Hi, Jack. Free America from APAC. What does APAC stand for? I forget. Gretchen, Free America from all of the crazy groups, right? Gretchen's getting the trolls. Yeah, Gretchen's the best. We love you, Gretchen. Wife and married 31 years. That is impressive. Good for you. Robski. A good conversation on many laughs is what I look for, and it makes for a very good relationship. You're not wrong. Hey, ASMD. Hey, Texas. I'm not, anyway. Yes, go, Austin, go. I love my mods. You guys keep me and the chat safe because people will come on the beach report and say all sorts of inappropriate things. There we go. Raccoon is 67 and I prefer to be alone with my animals. I don't know. I miss my animals, but thank you, Brian. Yeah, you're working hard, Austin. You're doing a great job. All right, what are we all talking about? So I do want to talk about something. I wrote this, and I want to read it to you all because this past year on the Beach Report, Nidroff, thank you so very much. Greatly appreciate that. Silver Star. Woo woo. This past year of being on YouTube has really been enlightening for me. I've been doing the Beach Report for more than 10 years on Facebook. And Facebook, man, Facebook done me wrong. Facebook is terrible. Not that YouTube is that much better because they treated me very badly as well. Charlie, when you see a dream when your teeth fall out, it means someone close to you is going to pass away. Oh, great. Oh, that's just great. Yeah, and I just saw that dream. Yeah, great. Thank you. Don't even, please. Yes, I am a poet. I'm a poet. I'm an author. I'm a writer. I'm an editor. I'm a show host. I'm a filmmaker. I wear many hats. Not just this one, but I've got like 12 back there too. Same, I've learned so much on YouTube over the last year. I know, right? Total Team MAGA. Yes, proudly MAGA. I want to make America great again. And I want to be one of the leaders of not the MAGA movement so much as the Gen X movement. Because, you know, we just turned 60 this past year. We're all going to turn 61 next. And then we go all the way down to the people who, oh, you were asking the difference between Gen X and Boomers, but the difference is years. So Gen X is from 1965 to 1985. It's every 20 years you have a new generation. The weather conditions are horrible today, Raccoon. It's gray, it's rainy. I'll show you guys maybe I'll just read this to you while I show it to you. Here, check this out. Yeah, it's not nice out there. Although it is getting a little bit, I don't know, it comes and goes. Hillsborough Lighthouse. Thank you, Prop. I think that must be the dredging out there. Yes, the water's always warm here in Florida for the most part. I'll bet it's cold in New York City. But summer's coming, don't worry. Yep, it's typical Florida spring weather. Beautiful 1 minute, raining the next, beautiful 1 minute, the next minute. Yep, I'm parked in the handicap parking spot. I'm the only one here. If they want me to move, I can move. It's not the busiest day here. Do you see any people? I don't see any people. It always snows in April. I find the water is warmer than usual when the temperature is bad. Just my experience. That's why I like swimming when it rains. Well, I'm going to close my window because I don't like rain in my car. That's not cool. But yeah. All right. Here, let me put it back here. There's really nothing to see here. So y'all can look at my crazy face. And I'll put my hat back on. All right. Okay, so I'm a writer. I'm always writing. And right now I'm working on, more than 3 books. Let's just put it that way. I'm always working on a whole bunch of things at the same time and doing the beach report every single day and going from place to place to place. Like right now I'm headed to West Palm Beach, but then I have to come back down to Fort Lauderdale because I've got friends everywhere and I always go and see my friends. When my husband passed away 3.5 years ago, I just became rogue, I just became a free range woman after being kind of stuck, if you will, with my husband being sick and everything. And I was locked in the middle of Florida next to a sugarcane field raising peacocks. It was crazy, but I did it. I love the sound of the rain. People have millions of views from leaving their phone recording the rain. I know, the rain is beautiful. You're not wrong. Austin's lived in South Carolina all your life, never see snow after February. Well, Pittsburgh always sees snow in April. And sometimes even in May. You just never know. Okay. I call this owning my truth. Every day I go live, I show up as myself. No mask, no persona, just me, doing what I've done for years, telling the truth, observing life, letting the world be the world. No, we don't eat peacocks, but you can eat peacock eggs. My husband was an animal wrangler, and you raise peacocks to some people collect them, and especially white peacocks are very special. So we had peacocks that it's a recessive gene in the peacock, and so some of our peacocks would be white. We never knew how many white peacocks we would get, so when they laid eggs, we were always excited to see what color the peacocks were. And when we got white peacocks, we would set them off by themselves because they were very close to being killed, because white peacocks stand out more than the other peacocks. The little baby peacocks are brown. I can show you pictures of peacocks. Here, before we get started with, I get nervous when I read things to y'all. I don't know why, but I'm off on a peacock tangent. And I learned that I can do green screen on my phone and I can show you guys pictures that are on my phone. So if you want to see some peacocks, would you like to see them? I'll show you the peacocks. Yeah, that's retouch. Green screen. All right, this is going to be fun. I'm looking for peacocks. I took pictures of these peacocks all the time. They were my best friends. They were, that was from last night with Janetta. See, there's Janetta. Wait, I gotta look for the pictures though. How do I see more pictures than this? Yeah, we had fun last night. I know I can get more pictures than this though. Done. No, that's not what I want. I'm working on it, you guys. Oh, there we go. birds. All right, here's my peacocks. Wait. That was Romeo. Romeo's so beautiful. Here, I'll show you some more pictures of Romeo. Look at that. They would let me get up close and personal. I could see, I saw them do everything. I even saw them mating once, which I got a video of. Wasn't Romeo pretty? Let me find some more pictures of my peacocks. Oh yeah, look at this one. That was Sebastian. Look how gorgeous. Yes, they were very healthy, beautiful peacocks. They used to sound like cats. Every morning we'd wake up to them yelling, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." But it was very interesting to raising peacocks. I'll show you one more picture of my peacocks. I don't know if I can do video. There's Romeo in a tree. They would sleep in the trees at night. Look at that. So beautiful. I miss them. I had to rehome them after my husband died, and they live on a farm in Citra, Florida. I can visit them anytime. I used to always include peacock feathers when I would sell a book. So in honor of my peacocks, I would offer that if anybody buys a book this month, I will include a peacock feather in your order. Yeah, wherefore art thou, Romeo? I hear a beat, so sweet, just to register emotion, jealousy, devotion, and really feel the part. Do 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 do. I'm scared of you. What's up with that, Trenton? I feel sorry for anyone who's scared of me. You must be scared of a lot of things if I put fear in your heart. What is peacock life expectancy? Oh, that's a good question, Chick Dog. I have no idea. I only lived with the peacocks for a couple of years while my husband was dying, and I raised them the best I could. I fed them cat food. I fed them bird food, and cat food is what they ate. Thank you, Tristan. I have a song for everything, Sully. You know I do. Raccoon, I have a neighbor who has a couple of peacocks, and they are noisy but beautiful. They're very noisy. There's actually a neighborhood in Miami that is just peacocks everywhere. And here's the great thing about peacocks. They molt at least twice a year. So you start finding those beautiful feathers. So if you go to jillbooks.com, that's my website, and you order a book, and if you even ordered a book anytime in the month of April, you will get a free peacock feather with your order from my own personal peacocks, because I have a lot of peacocks. I mean, a lot of peacock feathers. Yes, my peacocks were huge. They were huge. They were so beautiful. Hi, William. Well, we're talking about peacocks today. I'm wearing blue with an American hat. All I'm thinking is ice. Oh, is that why you're afraid of me? Because you think I'm ice and I'm going to arrest you? You sound pretty silly, Trenton. Are you an illegal alien? Because I followed all the rules. You want to talk about immigration? I can do that. I can do that. I followed all the rules. I immigrated from America. That's right. From the United States of America all the way to Switzerland. And what is that noise? Sounds like some kind. All right, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna. Okay, wait, I gotta turn the green screen off. So there's an alarm next to me. Whoops. Cripes. Jiminy Cricket. That's really weird. I can't get the green screen off. Okay, so this thing was flashing before, and now all of a sudden it made a, well, you heard the noise. What was that? You know what, Trenton? I'm gonna tell you something. If you illegally broke into my country and you are here because you didn't follow the rules, then you need to leave. You don't need to be arrested by ICE. You can just leave. Didn't President Trump offer you something like, I don't know, $1,000 or maybe more to just leave? Go back to where you came from and take the money and just leave. That's it. You don't have to worry about being arrested. You can go. He'll give you a free plane ride, whatever you want. Yeah, it was definitely that alarm thing. I don't know why it went off. Anyway, it gets me angry though. People who broke into my country, you don't have any right to be here. There's no tsunami. That's not it. But it could be. You just never know. Anyway, I'm passionate about immigration because I did it. I moved from America to Switzerland. I followed every rule. Yeah. Well, no. Okay, that's not true. I didn't break into Switzerland. I promise you that. However, I did pull a fast one on Switzerland. Let me know if you want to hear about it. I'm going to talk about that in my members group because I don't need the whole world hearing all my business, if you're just here to troll me. Anyway, but no, I didn't do anything wrong. It was fine. It was actually an act of war. It was during the Gulf War that I went to Switzerland for the first time and ended up staying a little bit longer because of the war. And that was by design. Yep, my design. But it's okay. And in 1996, after giving birth to 2 Swiss children who I made naturalized Americans because they were my children, and I didn't want them to only be Swiss. I wanted them to also be American. So I followed those rules. That wasn't easy. We had to go to the Swiss embassy several times to get our children to be naturalized. My children, I must say, because my husband didn't care. He was Swiss. And then I became an American. I became a Swiss citizen. Yeah, chick dog, that is a weird alarm. It does sound weird, like a chimp in heat. Not just the people who break in. There are thousands who have overstayed their welcome. Visas up, go home. Exactly. Thank you. The Swiss do make great cheese. They do. And they're not the easiest people to get along with, if you didn't know that. The Swiss, man, you want to talk about discerning? You want to talk about people who don't like foreigners? That would be the Swiss. They say it's neutrality, but no, it's really that they don't like foreigners. And they consider foreigners to be anyone who wasn't born in the same village that they were. So, hi, Amity, I remember you. We have been born into this land, charged with the historic mission of regeneration of this nation. Yeah, well, I was born here in America. I was born an American. I'm actually writing one of my books, which is a sequel to my book, Do You Think About Me on My Birthday? It's called 7 Years in Switzerland. And one of the first chapters I've already written is called What is an American? Because I've got some questions about that. Thank you, Amity. And I am a journalist. I'm a writer. I'm a filmmaker. I'm an editor. Good morning, Rowan. Is it Switzerland where everybody has a gun? Yes. And the lowest crime rate? Yes. That's right, chick dog. You know why everybody has a gun? Because everybody's in the army. It's not easy to live in Switzerland. If you're a man, you have to be in the army. I'm not a Native American. I was born as an unwanted pregnancy and adopted. I am one of America's lost generations. I am one of those people who just didn't matter until I did. You know what I mean? It's like I had no right to my parents. I had no right to know who I was when I was born. I was taken away from my mother the minute I came out. How do you think that felt? So you wouldn't expect to go to Europe and commit crimes and smuggle people, drugs, be violent, and just be allowed to carry on like you have more rights than the locals. But it seems that it happens. Yes, Sula, that is what happens in America. Exactly. When I went to Switzerland, I had to follow all the rules. And I had to learn how to speak the language. And when they accepted me to becoming a citizen, I had to go in front of a panel of my neighbors. And I had to prove to them that I was willing to become Swiss. I was teaching my children. They were going to kindergarten and preschool. And I did all the things that you're supposed to do when you move into a new country. My book is actually not hardback, but softback. I only sell it on my website. I am very particular about who I sell my book to. So I'm not just going to put it on Amazon and let anybody buy it. So if you do want to buy it, go to joelbooks.com and I will consider selling it to you. Hi, Stephen. Greetings, Louisiana. Oh, Louisiana's interesting. I've driven through there. I have to run. You're an interesting character. Subscribed and like. Thank you, Chick Dog. Come on back. I'm here every single day. You think I'm a spoiled American, huh, Antonio? You don't even know me. Don't even know me. I became Swiss, and I lived in Switzerland for 10 years. You guys don't have to hide people with a different opinion than mine. It's fine. You can think I'm a spoiled American, but that's a problem with people these days. They see somebody for really literally 5 seconds, and they make a snap judgment about them. It happens to me every day of my life. How would it get to Ireland? Would it cost me a small fortune to get to Ireland? No, I'd have to go in a plane though. Although I guess I could take a cruise or a boat. I don't know. I'm not really into mass transportation anymore. I like to be in my car, drive to where I'm going, stop when I want to stop, do what I want to do, and get there. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some Swiss cheese. Too fast, too track. Loves being a spoiled American. Yeah, I know. I wish that I could be a spoiled American, actually. But I left this country because I was, quite frankly, very disillusioned in the 90s. My teeth are blinding white. I'm sorry, Mediterranean. This is just what they look like. I can't do anything about it. I don't know why my teeth are so white. Because I drink coffee, but I'm going to drink some coffee right in front of you. I drink coffee with a straw so that I don't get my teeth stained from coffee. Some people's teeth stain and some don't. I don't know. And I didn't pick them. They picked me. These are my teeth. And unfortunately, some of them are falling out. See? I lost that one. To all of you who think they're fake. I know they look like they're fake. I can't help it. People have always been talking about my teeth my entire life. I'm used to it. And to see them start to fall out is very upsetting to me because this is my moneymaker. So it is what it is. I looked the price to get this one repaired or an implant. It's like $5,000 at the very least. So you want 6 numbers for Lotto? Absolutely. All right, let's throw them out there. 17. 24. Wait, what do I have up to? 2. 13. 5. How many numbers is that? I think I need one more, right? I'm not good with numbers, but 31. How's that? I know. You know what, Ava Blue? You're so right. Jealousy, it's a nasty thing. And I'm hit with it. I'm hit with the jealous stick every day of my life. I'm a little sick of that. I brush with baking soda too, Steve. Yeah, I love to brush with baking soda, sometimes a little bit of coconut oil, and I do oil pulling. I used to do oil pulling with coconut oil, but now I do oil pulling with castor oil because you don't have to do it that long. Hi, Avis. Red is not jealous. I'm so glad you're not jealous. You can always tell when someone's jealous because they come on and they say really nasty things about me for no reason. Those are jealous people. I'm learning that. You know, because sometimes it's hard and you're like, why is everybody picking on me? What's that song? Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown. He's a clown. That Charlie Brown. Isn't that at the end? He goes, why is everybody always picking on me? Yeah, I know. I've learned why. It's because they're jealous. The green-eyed monster. It's so sad. It's so sad, but I'm a happy person. And some people just hate happy people. But Jay doesn't. Jay sent me a gold coin. Thank you, Jay. So appreciate it. So appreciate it. They jealous because you way too beautiful for that nonsense. Thank you, Rican. Rika. Oh my gosh. So yes, good luck with the lotto. Let us know if you win anything. I hope I helped. I can't gamble. Anytime I gamble, I lose it all. So it's not helpful for me to do anything like that. And I also work way too hard to gamble because this social media gig, it's the worst paying gig you're ever going to find ever on earth. Sula, everyone is different, and I think you'll find that I am different than most people. I am not like most people. I'm just not. Yes, please tell us how you send gold coins, please. I just love you guys. I've been doing this show for more than 10 years now, and it's the best thing in my life, honestly. Meeting all of you, it's the best thing in my life. All right. Here, I'm gonna read this owning my truth that I wrote for y'all. So I'm not gonna look at your comments. I'm gonna try not to anyway. And here is what I think about life, okay? It's called Owning My Truth on the Beach Report. Every day I go live. I show up as myself. No mask, no persona, just me doing what I've always done for years, telling the truth, observing life, and letting the world be the world. And when you live that honestly, something happens. I love President Trump. People who haven't faced themselves get uncomfortable. Some come into the chat acting like I'm their enemy. Some show up treating me like an object instead of a human being. But here's the thing. None of that has anything to do with me. So I've been researching Carl Jung, and he talks about this. He says that people project their own shadows onto others. This hat, I got this hat in Coral Ridge Mall in Fort Lauderdale. That's where I got it years and years ago. But they do still sell them. Okay. Most people project their own shadows onto others. Their fear, their insecurity, their unhealed parts, and they throw it outwards because they can't hold it inwards. So when someone comes into my space with hostility or disrespect, I don't take it personally. I don't absorb it. I don't validate it. I see it for what it is. A reflection of their relationship with themselves. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for talking about Passover and the chosen people, but it's a little bit too much. So I see somebody stopped you from going crazy. Thank you. Thank you. Good job, Austin. Thank you. There again. You know, people are just going to come on and illustrate what I'm talking about right now. Right. Yeah. Once was good. 5 times is a bit much. I'm not here to carry your insecurities and your problems. I'm not here to perform for strangers. Well, a little bit, but I'm not here to shrink so someone else feels bigger. I am here to live my life, to tell the truth, to stand in my own center. Thank you, guys. To show you what it looks like when a woman stops abandoning herself. I gotta just say, so the Pompano Beach Park Ranger, or as Donna calls them, the Park Stranger, just showed up. So there's a reason for that. It's got to do with that alarm. Anyway, yes, I love President Trump. That's what the Beach Report is. It's not a show. It's a practice. Though I do call it a show. It's my show. But it's a daily reminder that you can be honest with yourself. And you can be honest with the world without having to apologize for it. I don't need validation from this chat box right here. I don't need approval from people who don't even know me. I don't need to explain my boundaries to anyone because I know who I am. I know what I bring. And I know that the people meant to be here, the real ones, you know who you are. You get it. You feel it. You show up with respect, curiosity, and I always see your heart. Oh no, hold for review. I know I should never look at those. And you're right. We do need more women saying things like this because it's about time that we all stood up for ourselves. Ava says, I don't like Trump at all, but I think you're amazing. And I have friends with all different political opinions. I loved your poem because it was 100% authentic to you. Thank you. Thank you. Trump is all we have at this point. We need to trust him. Stephen is right. And I'm sorry that you don't like President Trump. And I'm glad that you do like me. But I don't know President Trump. I've never met him personally, but I have a lot of friends who have and who do know him. And from my observations of just the people that I've met, he is a very good man. And he has literally given up everything to help and lead the American people and maybe even the rest of the world out of this quagmire that we find ourselves in right now, where nothing is real and nobody is honest, and authenticity means nothing to anybody, but it means it to me. Women have had to wear the pants for decades now, and that's just wrong too. My husband loved President Trump. He loved him. Absolutely thought he was the best. And he met him once, and he named an alligator after President Trump, and I know where that alligator lives to this day. Carl Jung talked about a soul tribe. And those of you who are here and who get what I'm saying and can feel my vibe, you, my friends, are part of not a crowd, but my soul tribe. I call it the Beach Report family. And that's what you're a part of. My husband's in heaven. He's in heaven and he's looking down, and I think he's really, really proud. That's right. Trump has nothing to gain by taking on this thankless job. But you're wrong, Steve. Actually, he does have a lot to gain. He has children and grandchildren. And someday he'll have great-grandchildren. And that's what he is focused on, a future for these children that he brought into the world. And I feel the same. Men are fed up and not going to protect women when shit hits the fan, so lucky you're one of the few with a husband. My husband's dead. My husband always protected me, but my husband is dead, so I have to protect myself. And that's okay. I don't really have to protect myself. I have protection from the Lord. I feel it very, very strongly. I walk in total faith. Total faith. Yes, it's about the grandkids. I've never been to Australia, Amity, but I have a lot of fans there. And I know I could go there tomorrow and I would have places to stay. And that's how I live also. I do stay in hotels every now and then, but usually I stay with friends because I have friends everywhere and everybody wants me around. Karen, you think that he's a crook and a criminal because the TV told you to think that. Think for yourself, please. Can you not see that the people who tried to throw President Trump over the past 4 years, those were the real criminals? How do you not get that? How do you not see that? After all of the fraud that's showing up now, after learning that the American people are nothing but a piggy bank, I feel like half the trolls who come on here are these people who have been using the people of my country in order to sustain themselves, live a good life. I don't know what y'all are doing, because stealing from other people, that's never going to make you feel good about yourself. And that feeling good about yourself is worth more than all the money in the world. It's like, what would you rather have? Great wealth or great health? Oh, wait. Would you rather be in an iron lung all day, but you're a billionaire? Or would you rather have no money, but skip around the world as if it's your oyster? Because that's what I do. And if you choose wealth, well then good for you. You will get what you deserve. Jesus is all that we need, honestly. I talk about health because I have great health. I don't have great wealth, but I have great health, and that is my wealth. It means I'm wealthier than most people. I'm 60 years old. I don't take any drugs. I don't have to even eat half the time. I eat once a day, if even, and then I fast a lot. And fasting is my superpower. And it's wonderful. If you're here for truth, welcome. If you're here for authenticity, welcome. If you're here to watch a woman live her life without the mask, you're in the right place. This is the Beach Report. This is my life. This is me, unmasked, unfiltered, and fully in my own sovereignty, and scripted completely by myself. What do I eat the most? What do I eat the most? I eat a lot of chia seeds. I eat a lot of eggs. I like meat. I eat a lot of, I eat bacon sometimes. Jesus is looking upon you and he is so proud of you. I hope so, Amity. That's what I live for, actually. I have never been to Korea. I'm just a free-range woman living my own life and trying to lead as an example, especially to those of you who are younger. And I can understand you feeling disillusioned right now. I can understand you wondering what the future holds. And I feel sorry for you, because when I was your age, when I was in my 20s, there was a song. It was "The Future's So Bright, I Gotta Wear Shades." And I really felt that. I really thought everything was just going to get better and better and better. And instead, I watched it get worse and worse and worse. It is pretty crazy. I'm not watching any dogs this week. I'm off of dog sitting for the week. So the weird thing is, I knew you thought the way you did before you said how you felt. What would red flag the human brain to that specific trait? What is the specific trait that you are talking about? The free-range woman trait? Just the happy look on my face. I don't know. Sometimes people will come onto my show and they will literally see me smiling and have the nastiest comments to make, or disgusting comments. I do hope that the Iranian people find their way to freedom. So glory to the Iranian people. I totally agree with that. You are such a positive person. That's so hard. It's so hard to be that way in the world today. Very inspiring. Thanks. You're very welcome, Viking Blue. You're very welcome. The only reason that you guys think I'm attractive is because of my happiness and my light, which also makes people think I'm unattractive too. That's why I often say, you guys either think I'm the most beautiful thing you've ever seen or the most hideous. It is actually all in your perspective. So if you look at me and you see a horrid looking old lady with lots of wrinkles and sun damaged skin, then you should probably look at yourself and think about how you feel about yourself. Your elder sister is 60 years old. Yes, I am 62. 60 also. Where do you think you'd be if I didn't meet my second husband? I'd be right here, Heidi, quite honestly. This is me going back to my life. My husband changed my life and took me to places I never thought I'd go. And when he passed away, that adventuresome spirit stayed with me, but I still went back to my regularly scheduled programming. What's been the most surprising thing that's happened to you while streaming? Oh, don't even get me started. Oh my gosh. So I've been doing the Beach Report for the past 10 years, and a lot of amazing things have happened to me while I was streaming. But I think the most amazing thing was one day I was on my farm with my husband while my husband was in the house, because he was very sick. And I would, walk over to this big field of sugar cane owned by U.S. Sugar. And it was just vast. So anyway, I would walk over there. On my way one day, I met a horse. And this horse literally called me. And I walked over to the horse, and I'll show you pictures of the horse while I talk. All right, green screen, Cumbia. Her name was Cumbia, and she was this beautiful Paso Fino horse that, if you've never heard of Paso Fino horses, they are absolutely amazing. They, as my sister would explain, they walk, they go real fast, and they don't get anywhere because they're walking in teeny tiny steps. Here's my horse. I'll show you my girl. Okay. So this is my horse, Cumbia. Look at her. She's kissing me in this picture. She was the kissiest horse you ever met. She was always full of love. I never got to ride her, unfortunately, because I was alone with her all the time. And my husband, who is a great horseman, was terrified that something would happen to me while I was by myself with my horse. And he thought that she was, hi, Moon Dog. He thought that she could hurt me. She's a horse. Horses are big. And I feel like she's kissing me right now, kind of. Makes me happy to see this picture. Yeah, so much love in her eyes. Oh, she was precious. Anyway, I'm live streaming. I'll get through the story. I'm live streaming. And Cumbia, this horse right here, I actually have a video of it. I'll put it up for you guys. The exact moment she just came, she called me, I came over, and she was just, oh, I love you. And she was hugging me and kissing me as a horse can do. And I deliver hay to horse farms, so you jumped at me. I've been dealing with horse people my whole life. My sister grew up on a pony. My sister also is a big horse girl, like huge with the horses. What do you enjoy most about streaming? Okay, well, this is one of the things that I enjoy. Anyway, so this horse came up and she started hugging me and kissing me. hugging me, whatever. And all my followers saw it, and I was like, this horse is so cute. So I told my husband that evening, when I got home, I said, I met this horse on the way. And he said, oh yeah, that's the neighbor's horse. He said they bought that horse for their daughter, and she had diabetes, and that horse is trained really well to take care of this girl, so that if she would ever have like a diabetic, go into low blood sugar or whatever, that this horse would like save her. Like, it was like really interesting. I'm so glad you're here, Moondog. Thank you. You guys are so kind today. So anyway, he tells me about this horse. She's basically like a therapy horse. So anyway, I guess my husband talked to the neighbors about how I met the horse and I love her. And the neighbors were like, do you want her? And I'm like, what? Yeah, do you want this horse? We'll give her to you. Turns out the teenager had grown up and didn't want the horse anymore. And that's why Cumbia was calling me. I'm sorry, I'm going to cry. She saved my life. She was so important to me while my husband was sick. I end up taking care of this horse. I'm taking care of these peacocks. I'm feeding chickens. I'm feeding guinea hens that don't even belong to us. 2 farm dogs. My own dog, Muffin, of course, the princess. It was a lot. Yeah, taking care of a horse is a lot, especially when I know about horses, and I grew up, doing horsemanship lessons and everything and riding horses my whole life, but I really not that much. I was never one of those horse obsessed women, that was my sister. So, yep, I got her good hay and grain, and I gave her good food. I gave her these pellets. I had to put in water, and it was like just a whole thing. I gave her everything I could, and I gave her love. I gave her so much love. And when the neighbors saw her after I had her for several months, they were like, wow, she looks amazing. She looks amazing. So that's Cumbia. I'll see if I have any more pictures of Cumbia for you. She was so beautiful. It's kind of hard with this green screen thing here, but oh, want to see my husband? There's my Ray. Oh, and sorry, the picture's small. That's Ray on his horse, Domino. Domino lives with my friend Melissa, who is very good friends with my husband. She was like his best friend and became my best friend. There's Cumbia. Cumbia can't make up her mind. That was after I ended up selling her to a like a horse. It wasn't a horse farm. It was like a farm, and they had about 5 horses. So Cumbia went to live with them. And they ride her all the time. I understand. I haven't seen her in a long time since my husband died. I lost touch with those people. There's her face. My mare. She was a mare. So no, I never rode in a class or anything. That's my sister does that stuff. And we will go to some horse shows soon. She might have had babies. I don't know. Anyway, she was beautiful. She was my heart. I miss her so much. All right, well, it's 9 o'clock. Do you guys want to talk about anything else? I've been on for, oh my, 69 minutes. Do pets think, what do pets think of us? Oh, they think only of us. That's what I believe. Yes, that was in Florida. This is in near Clewiston, Florida. Oh, my mare, she was wild. She was wild and beautiful, my Cumbia. Why are we even talking about Cumbia? How did this come up? Did the neighbors know you sold her? Yes, the neighbors knew my husband died. The neighbors were so good to me. They were such nice people, actually. They were really, really wonderful. They were really happy for Cumbia, too. Because I sold her to people who really, really took good care of her, would ride her. She had other horses around her. She wasn't lonely. And she, as far as I know, is still there. Yes. Well, I didn't have the photo of the horse in the background. I was just showing everybody. I sold her before my husband died. My husband sold her, actually. I'll never forget the day he told me somebody wants to buy Cumbia. And I'm like, what? And he said, yeah, baby, it's for the best. They really want her. They'll give her a good home. And I was like, no. I cried like a baby. It was bad. I try not to think about it too much because it does. It hurts. But yeah, my husband was right. I could not have kept this horse when he died. I lost everything when he died, actually. I lost my home. I lost everything. But it's okay. It's okay. Yes, you build a bond with a horse. Horses are special. And my dog Muffin loved that horse. Oh, they were best friends. Best friends. I am getting all emotional this morning. It's your fault. What is something you haven't tried yet that you want to experiment with? Nothing. I've pretty much done all that stuff. What do I want to experiment with? I don't know. More ways of making films. More ways of doing the beach report. Sula, when your husband dies, a lot of times as a widow, you lose everything. His family, his friends, they just took it all. They took everything they could get. And you know what? They didn't get him. I got him. I have him forever. So it's okay. Wow, it's your bedtime. All right, good night, Moondog. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Right now, I am in Hillsborough Beach, Florida. I'll show you. Take off the green screen. The green screen's fun, though, isn't it? It's like my new toy. So if you guys ever have any questions, I can always show you these pictures. I think that is very cool. Wait, Gretchen's going to sleep too? Why is everybody going to sleep at 9 o'clock in the morning? Vero Beach is beautiful. I love it there. So we're at Hillsborough Lighthouse. Wait, I can open my window. The rain has stopped. Hillsborough Lighthouse. Thank you, Heidi. My wife's family moved from Southern California to Claremont, Florida. I've never been there. I've heard of it. It's cloudy. It's not the best day in the world. It's overcast. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. There are big homes here, and that could actually be an army barracks. I don't know, because the lighthouse is there. Could be condos. I don't know. I've never gone over there, honestly. You can see the beach. Look at the waves breaking. Where do you want to take your stream over the next year? Ida, I just want to keep doing the beach report. I just want to do the same thing that I have done for the past 11 years. Taking people to the beach, talking about things that are important to us, and making people be happy. Smurfinator, you can be happy like me. You have to be appreciative. I believe the key to happiness, the key to a good life is gratitude. Feel grateful for every single thing you have. This is a different lighthouse than the other day. That was Jupiter Lighthouse, and this is Hillsborough Lighthouse. This is a much, much smaller inlet, but also a really dangerous one. This is a very rocky inlet. What are the park rules? Yeah, what are they? Let's see. No amplified music. No electricity. No gambling. No fighting. No parking in the grass. Bounce houses are permitted though, but you have to have a permit. No inflatable pools. No generators. I think I read it all. You know, it's pretty amazing. I used to wear glasses all the time and I don't anymore. No, I'm not staying in a hotel. I stay with my friends. I bounce back and forth between all of my friends and we all love it. Palm Septic Beach. I like Palm Beach. I like Juno Beach. I like Jupiter. I don't really go on Palm Beach. Maybe it is Palm Septic Beach. I don't know. Yes, you need friends. Thank you for being a friend. Do. I understand that, Amity. I'm just making fun. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Yes, I can go out and show you guys the water. We can absolutely do that. Would you like to do that? Because it looks like it is not raining very hard anymore. All right, Amity's going to bed now. Sheesh. Amity, are you in Australia or New Zealand? And it's snowing. Oh my gosh, Mongo. It's not going to snow here, so don't worry about it. Okay, you guys, I'll take you out of that holder and I'll put you into this holder. It's like I had to carry you around like you're my puppy or my baby. You wanted, I showed you a picture of when I was 25 last time, I think. But yeah, I think I already did that. Okay. Yes, I work very hard on this tan, actually. I take a dedicated sun bath every day. I do. I feel like the sun is my superpower. Ooh, my hat is hard to deal with here. All right, you guys. Are you ready? We're going to go outside. The rain has stopped. Let's go see the beautiful inlet here at Hillsborough Beach. My aunt's superpower was the sun also. Yeah, the sun and fasting. Thank you, Heidi. There's a piggish man here. Do you say that to strangers? Is that how you talk to people? So I believe this is called Wahoo Bay. I stay in the sun from half an hour to an hour. It depends on how I feel. I'm always praying when I'm in the sun. And sometimes I fall asleep. But never for more than an hour. That would be overkill. Sula, do you want to be a moderator? You can be a moderator if you would like. Do you mean sun gazing? Yes, I do sun gazing. Okay, Sula, you're a moderator. Look at this cute bird. Look at that guy. Isn't he lovely? Isn't he wonderful? Hey, Batman. Yeah, I won't be swimming. I would say that it's been great sun gazing for my eyes because honestly, oops, thank you. It happens. All right, anyway, I was just telling Sula, when you're a new moderator, it's a lot of responsibility. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, good. So being a moderator is a lot of responsibility. Be careful about who you kick off. And don't kick just anyone off just because they're being rude. Like, you know, not rude, but like not saying something that's like just like let water run off your back. If they're really, really disgusting rude, toss them off because they don't belong here. If they say something completely nonsensical, consider it because they might be a bot. I am in my home state. I'm in Florida. I live here in Florida. And look, it's a flag. I think it's time for our favorite song. If tomorrow all the things were gone I worked for all my life, and if I had to start again with just my children in my life, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt we love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Florida to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. So for those of you who are new, that's our favorite song. We like to sing it. And if you don't like that song and you don't want to hear it, you are free to move along because we love it. Yeah, Florida's not a crazy state. It is chill, and the people here are more often happy than they're not. People who blink twice if you're safe. You know, the way that people act these days about my beautiful country, and all of the hatred towards the one president who's actually trying to fix things that have been broken over the past 50 years, it breaks my heart. I came back to America after living in Switzerland for almost 10 years, and I don't regret it. This is my country, and I will fight for it. Even if I'm old, I will continue to always hold my flag dear and not say anything bad about my country. Hello, Auburn, New York. Florida is a crazy. Sorry, I got a phone call that always ruins my shows. Yes, I definitely prefer US over Switzerland, 100%. That's why I live here. That's why my children live here. I gave them the option that they could be Americans, and they chose America. So, my ex-husband, he's still in Switzerland. I've really not been to Canada too much, but I can tell you that Canada comes to Florida every spring. So I've met a lot of Canadians, and some of them are lovely, and some of them not so much. But that's just the way people are. I don't look at people like you're a part of a group or your skin's a certain color, you must be that way. I look at every single person as an individual, because that's what we all are, individuals. When you lump people together as a group, you dehumanize them. And then you think you can say something about them all the time. Like, oh, those people in those hats, they're all crazy. Or those people in Florida, they're all nuts. You can't talk that way about people. It's kind of stupid. I am a widow, and I am not looking for a man, and I actually don't ever want another boyfriend or husband again as long as I live. I'm done with that. I'm 60. Men, I can be friends with you, but don't go messing with my peace. Positrack heard that Switzerland is neutral as a country and used their oil for their citizens' benefits, not at war. Oh, well, everyone in Switzerland, every man in Switzerland is in the army. So all conscribed, they all have to be in the army. At 18, you have to go to army school for at least a month, I think it is. Up to 145,000 children who were trafficked into the United States have been helped by President Trump. Why can't people see what a great thing that is to help the youth? That is so true. Yes, friends is always a good start, Joseph. Yes, I am 60. Right. So, they say that they're neutral in Switzerland. They don't act like they're neutral. Because the Swiss, there are two kinds of Swiss people that I noticed when I lived there. There were really nice Swiss people who like the foreigners and like to meet people from other countries and love to practice their English with you. And then there are the Swiss people who pretty much hate everyone they don't know. When you live in one village, you don't like the people in the next village. The people who live in Basel hate the people who live in Zurich. And the people in Zurich hate the people who live in Bern. And the people who live in Geneva pretty much hate everybody and wish that they lived in France. That's how the Swiss are. They're very odd people in a very tiny country about the size of Pennsylvania. So you want to talk about the Swiss? I can even talk like the Swiss. Ich rede Schweizerdeutsch auch. Ich bin auch Schweizerin. I have the passport. I am Swiss. And I earned my Swiss citizenship. I worked hard for it. I had to learn a lot, and I had to pay a lot of money too. So the Swiss politics are very odd. I was in Switzerland during the years when Clinton came to power in the United States. I was in Switzerland when the O.J. Simpson trial happened, and I had to watch that from a distance. The Swiss don't really understand politics. However, they have a very very interesting political system, and they do believe in an electoral college, which is the reason why Switzerland never entered the EU. Did you ever wonder about that? How come all those countries in Europe all took on the European Union, but not tiny Switzerland? Well, the reason that Switzerland didn't take on the European Union was because of their electoral college. So there are people in the cities who don't really know much about life, but think they can make big decisions. And in Switzerland, the farmers are the ones who really know about life and really can make decisions. So we have this great electoral college situation, just like we do in America, where you think the populated cities would be able to make all the decisions in the world. But they can't, because people who live in cities are not really self-sufficient and can't live off the land and can't live on their own. So during I believe it was 1992 or 93, I don't remember the exact year, but I was there for it, and the Swiss voted on whether or not to join the European Union. Now everyone who lived in Zurich said, yes, let's join it. But throughout the tiny cantons of Switzerland, all of the Swiss farmers looked at this situation and said, oh, hell no. We're not getting involved in this mess. And that is why the Swiss have kept their money this whole time. So it really was a reasoning of the Swiss farmers who could see that that was an accident waiting to happen. But everybody in the big cities wanted to join the European Union. So there's that. Switzerland is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, but is it the best? I don't think so. I really don't think so. They also, again, hate foreigners. They hate them a lot. They even put, I remember the last time I was in Switzerland, the last time I lived there was 2007, I believe it was. And there were billboards of different colored hands going into a big pile of Swiss passports. And all of the different colored hands were being slapped away. They didn't like that. The Swiss are white people, and they like their whiteness. I'm just saying. That's what Switzerland's all about. I could tell you a lot more. I'm writing a book about it right now. It's called 7 Years in Switzerland. Yeah, they're good at cheese. They are not good at candy, though. Swiss candy is not, it's not good. I don't know why. But you know what? American candy is crap now, too, so. And they're also good at making watches. Any more questions about Switzerland? Good morning, Vicky. I'm also a widow and have a long-term relationship of 27th of it in July. I have a very strong reason for this. Tell us more, Vicky. $60 is the new 21. I love it. In Brazil, we accept everybody. Even North Americans are welcome. Come visit. You know what? I have a good friend who is Brazilian, and she is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful person, Professor Phillip. You are not wrong. Sula says, I do not think Ireland should be in Europe. We are divided away by the UK and totally cut off from it. I don't think it helps our little island, to be honest. This is, by the way, this is Hillsborough Inlet. I do agree with the Swiss citizenship process. I absolutely agree. If you want to move to a country, you need to love that country. You need to speak the language. You need to know your neighbors. And you need to care about where you live. And when I became a Swiss citizen, that's what I thought. And I was, quite frankly, angry with my own country, America. Because I saw everybody being poisoned and getting fat. I saw people eating food out of cans. I thought that was normal till I moved to Switzerland. I saw everybody worshiping material things. I saw everybody afraid to walk anywhere. That was the craziest thing to me. I saw old people getting old and being like in wheelchairs and not living life. In Switzerland, when you get old and you go to the old folks' home, that's not a place where you go to die. That's a place where you go to escape from children. The Swiss in the old folks' home, they don't want to hear from kids. They don't want noise. They don't want anybody to harsh their mellow. And they are out doing things, walking, running, exercising, living their best lives. Wow, really rude people. Oh my gosh. Oh, here's one. This person needs to be banned forever. Why do people talk that way? Just shows us who they are. Wow, wow. Anyway, I love to hear the water splashing against a seawall. Yeah, very small country. Yeah, I heard it. People have snow. I moved to Florida in 2015 and never looked back. I love it here. But I will be traveling up north. We're in Hillsborough, so near Fort Lauderdale, a little bit north of Fort Lauderdale. Here you can see a boat coming in through Hillsborough Inlet, which there's rocks here. This is also a very dangerous inlet, which they're having to dredge right now. Wow, what is up with that sailboat? That looks like a situation. It's beautiful to live on the water. I just love it. Oh, you're so welcome. That jazz show was a lot of fun. It's not windy at all. Not even a little bit. Look at the flag. It's just laying there. Got snow in Maine. I'm sorry. This is not Jupiter. This is Hillsborough Inlet. This is north of Fort Lauderdale. So now I have a conundrum because, oh my gosh, Janetta's show last night was so much fun. And I think it's so great to see a bunch of musicians all playing together and they don't play together normally. I think that's really great. Yes, it's not like the Swiss wind at all. Oh, you're in Palm Beach. Oh, I'm heading up to West Palm after this. But yeah, so Anthony plays on Monday nights too. So now I have a conundrum. Next week, next Monday, I'll try to do Anthony. I'll try to alternate them. And I'm not going to make you guys choose if you like Anthony or Janetta better because they're both very different and they're both my dear friends. So I don't want to choose between them, but we will go back and forth. I am MAGA all the way. Gretchen is back. Oh, Sula is doing very well alone. Sula's a master. I'm looking for dolphins right now. It would be very cool if we could see some critters, right? And sometimes you see them and sometimes you don't. Oh, there's some really big yachts coming through over there. But they have to wait for the bridge to go up. So that bell that you hear, that is the warning that the bridge is going to go up, and then we're going to see a couple of yachts come through. Why would somebody not want to make America great again? That's my question, Christopher. Why would anyone not be MAGA? Why would you actively want your country to fail? Hello, Uruguay. Hi, David. Are there any bars on water? Do you mean Do we have a water shortage? No. Trump didn't abandon MAGA. That's a Democrat talking point. It's not true. Yeah, you can debate if you want, Christopher. Say whatever you want. I like debating. Yeah, why would you not be MAGA? Exactly. Too fast track. You know. Hey, Tulsa. I love my country. That's the reason right there. Now, I heard the bell. Why is the bridge not going up? That's strange. I saw it go up earlier. We'll walk over and check it out. What do I think about Iran? I think that the people leading Iran are horrible terrorists. I think that they were dangerous people who hate everybody and certainly hate America and Israel and chant death to us all. So I think that those people needed to be stopped and that they had a diabolical plan and may have been involved in the attempted assassination of our president. And I think that the women of Iran are some of the most beautiful women in the world, and that only a diabolically sick group of individuals, of men, would want to hide those women behind oppressive clothing. That right there tells me everything I need to know about Iran. When you have to hide your women because you can't control yourself, tells me that you are more of an animal than a person. So that's what I think. Well, because they chant death to Israel and death to America. They singled Israel out. That's what Israel has to do with it. They say how much they hate Israel. So, yeah, that's why. Thank you, Austin. It's pretty clear to me. I don't know what you don't understand. Who seems to be real nice people? The Iranians? Are those the real nice people who can't control themselves and have to make their women wear clothes covering them even like that they can just see through slits for their eyes? Are those the real nice people you're talking about? Who's the muse of the truck drivers? I think that anyone who voted for Kamala Harris, those are the people I'm worried about. Anybody who thought she would be good for our country, along with Tampon Tim, the thief, the liar, the loser. If that's what you were voting for, if that's what you thought was going to be good for our country, then I don't really have much to say to you. I don't really understand you, actually. Yeah, Iran killed 45,000 of their own people because they were protesting. Are those the real nice people you're talking about? No, these yachts are not cheap. I have some neighbors from there, and they seem to be very cool. Do the neighbors let their women walk around with their hair uncovered? Are they allowed to do that? Allowed? I taught English to them, and they want to live in the U.S. Why do they want to live in the U.S.? So that they can perform their caliphate? Do they want us all to be Muslim? Have they talked to you about becoming Muslim? I love Trump. I love my president. No, Kamala was a puppet. They knew that Kamala would do anything because Kamala always will do anything for money, power, fame, whatever. She doesn't have a coherent thought in her brain. Yeah, they walk with the face covered, but they are fine with that. Okay, all right, all right. Would you be fine with covering? Look, I can't even cover up my chest. Okay. Would you be fine with walking around in the heat of summer with your whole body covered? Would you be fine with that? Do you think that's a nice way to live? Did you wear a mask during COVID, like all the time? Did you do that? Were you fine with it? You know, if you think that a woman wants to wear head covering, head to toe, only be able to see out of her eyes, if you think a woman wants that and really wants to live that way, then she might be in a cult, and maybe you are too. That's what I think. I do not like politicians using pop stars to try to sway a vote. Yeah, it is insulting because pop stars are idiots too. In fact, I believe that all the pop stars that you see on TV, those are slaves. They're slaves. They're not even real people. Yeah, it's an oppressive way to live. It is. So anybody, if you think that somebody wants to walk around wearing black garments day and night in the heat of summer all the time, then you are kidding yourself. They want to live in the U.S. to visit their relatives. They are in jail because ICE caught them. Hallelujah! Thanks God for ICE. Yeah, because they want to take over my country. They want me to cover up head to toe. And you know, the nastiest comments that I get on my show about my body and my face are from Muslim men. That's right. They hate me the most. They don't like women. Yes, and they are slaves. And the men are monsters. Exactly. Thank you so much, Orchid. I love it. Thank you. My husband is in heaven. So I am married, and I do not want another husband, ever. Yep, another Florida wackadoo. Here you go. But yet, here you are, watching me. So maybe you might be the wackadoo. Everybody who comes on here, and whatever you say to me, you must understand that you're really telling us who you are. Pop stars are slaves. Yes. Pop stars are slaves. Have you seen Britney Spears? Does Britney Spears look like a free woman to you? Just think about all the pop stars and how they go nuts and how they do drugs or how they overdose, and very few of them are normal people, and you know that's true. Hi, Andy Man. Are you a handyman, Andy Man? Hey, baby, I'm your handyman. Some religions allow multiple wives. Yeah, those are the religions where the men think that they can do whatever they want. That's right. There's something about you that you don't like about yourself. And that's why you come on my show and say to me, a complete stranger, all the crazy stuff that's going on in your head. It's funny. It makes me feel like I'm a mind reader now. Like I can see all those thoughts. All right, you guys. Well, I've been on for 108 minutes. I like you too. Anyone who's nice to me, we can be friends. YouTube stop worthy. Well, I don't know. It's all a matter of your perception. You know, life is all a matter of your perception. If you see beauty and you see happiness and joy, that's what you get. And if you see everything as ugly and hateful, that is also what you will get. So try not to judge other people because, you know, none of us. My judge is up there, and I'm working for the day that I go and meet him, and he says to me, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thank you. I love my hat too. I enjoy spending time with everything, with all of you. Holy sees everything as sexual. Well, apparently a lot of people do that. Everyone gets the hiccups, David, from now and then. You rock because what you do is awesome, and you're a beautiful lady over there. Thank you, Jeremy Rutherford. All right, you guys. I'm going to see you on the next Beach Report. I have a lot of work to do. I'm working on several books this week, every week. And I am getting prepared to make a big journey up north in my car next month. So, because I've got somebody very special to meet. All right, I love you all too. And I'm sorry that you guys are having to deal with the snow. Can you not just pretend for just a little bit that you are in beautiful Hillsborough, Florida today, where it's not so beautiful? Look, it's kind of overcast. It was raining. It's not raining anymore, but it was. Yes, chillbooks.com. Don't forget, if you buy a book this month, you will get a free peacock feather from one of my personal peacocks. So that's just throwing it out there for you. Buy a book, get a real peacock feather. It's pretty cool. All right, you got a beautiful day in New York. That's wonderful, Benny. I don't think you can say that too often. All right, you guys. Ohio. Well, I went to college in Ohio. I don't want to go back. All right, you guys. I'm going to rip myself away from y'all because it's a 111. That's how many minutes I've been on. 111. I love that. Angel numbers. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now. We'll see you on the next Beach Report.